There is a sound playing right now in every single Japanese train station, and most Americans walk straight past it without registering it exists. It is not an announcement. It is not a warning beep. It is a short, custom-composed melody, and it was designed specifically to calm you down. That melody is called the Hazsha melody. And once you hear it explained, you will never unhear it again. Here is the first thing that matters. In American transit, think the subway in New York, the metro in Washington, the L in Chicago, departure signals are functional. A buzzer. Maybe a recorded voice saying doors closing. The sound exists to move you out of the way. It carries urgency, sometimes aggression. You hear it and your body tenses. Japanese stations solved a completely different problem. In the 1980s, platform accidents were rising. Not because of crime or chaos, but because passengers were rushing, sprinting for closing doors, shoving onto crowded platforms, spiking their own stress to catch a train that was already leaving. Station managers realized the buzzer itself was part of the problem. The aggressive alert was triggering the dangerous rush. So they replaced it. Starting in the early 1990s, Japan Rail East began commissioning original short melodies, 4 to 8 seconds long, one for each station. The goal was not to alert. The goal was to signal departure while keeping the platform calm. Lower anxiety, fewer accidents, smoother boarding. It worked. Now here is where it gets specific, and this is the part Americans almost always miss entirely. Each station has its own unique melody. Not a regional sound. Not a line sound. One melody, one station. Shinjuku sounds different from Shibuya. Akihabara sounds different from Tokyo Station. Some are composed by professional musicians. The melody for Takadanobaba Station, a stop near Waseda University, plays the theme from the 1950s anime Astro Boy, because the character's creator, Osamu Tezuka, had his studio nearby. The melody for Oimachi Station was composed by a then-student at a local music school as part of a community project. These are not random choices. Every melody has a local story behind it. When Americans visit Japan, they hear these sounds and the brain does something interesting. It files them under background noise or foreign PA system. The mental category for train departure signal in an American brain is hardwired to buzzer equals danger, move now. A gentle 4-second piano melody does not fit that category. So the brain skips it. You hear it but you do not process it. You keep walking. You miss the entire layer of intentional design underneath. And that design layer goes even further. The melodies are deliberately kept short, under 8 seconds, so they do not become irritating on high-frequency lines where trains run every 2 to 3 minutes. Some busy stations have separate melodies for different platforms on the same line, so regular commuters always know which platform is departing just from the sound. No looking up. No checking the board. Pure audio orientation. There is also a volume engineering detail that Americans almost never notice. The melody fades out rather than cutting off. A hard cut would spike alertness. A fade signals this is ending, you have a moment. That single design choice, fade versus cut, is the difference between a platform that feels like a deadline and one that feels like a natural rhythm. Compare that to the average American gas station convenience store, where the audio environment is whatever radio station the manager left on, interrupted by a door chime that sounds like a smoke alarm. The contrast is not subtle. Here is the practical takeaway if you are heading to Japan. On your first day, stand on a platform at a major station, Shinjuku, Shibuya, or Harajuku, and do nothing. Just listen when a train is about to depart. You will hear the melody start. Notice that your shoulders do not go up. Notice that people on the platform do not sprint. The sound is doing that. Then, when you travel to a different station the next day, listen again. It will be a different melody entirely. That is when it clicks. This is not a system. It is a collection of individually designed experiences, one per station, built over 30 years. If you have already been to Japan and you are watching this thinking you genuinely never noticed, that is the point. The sound was working so well that it disappeared into the background of a smooth experience. That is what good design does. It removes friction so completely that you stop seeing the design at all. Drop in the comments the name of the station you visited most in Japan, or the one you are planning to visit first. Someone in the comments probably knows exactly which melody plays there. And if you want to go one level deeper into how Japan engineers ordinary spaces to feel effortless, the next topic worth your time is how Japanese convenience stores use shelf height and product placement to beat every American retail format at its own game.